Alright guys, when I firstly opened my chart, what are the things I had to put into consideration? First of all, how previous data has been moved. That's the one thing I put into consideration. Then secondly, how current data is yet to print. Then after being able to identify this, how current data is yet to print, then the next step is to identify the trend, if it is an uptrend or a downtrend. Those are the first three things I need to put into consideration. Okay, let me explain. So now, price has given an impulsive move, a correctional move, and what? An impulsive move, and yet a correctional move. So now, to identify this trend, right? So if I'm to take step one, which is how previous data has been moved. Now, previous data has been telling me that what the market is what in an uptrend, guys. And now the current data that is yet to print is what is a correctional movement, guys. So now, first of all, is for me to identify my trend. After identifying my trend, now after identifying that this is an impulsive move, and now I'm anticipating a correctional move back into this zone before before we can see price breaking this high, guys, before we can see this correctional movement coming straight down into this point. So we don't know where price might likely get to before we see that impulsive move again to the upside, guys. But we don't know whether we can see the price likely to push price to the upside, guys. So now currently at this point, now this is also a downtrend, guys, and this all these dotted lines inside of this are the interior liquidities, interior structures, guys. These are the interior structures inside of this trend. So after identifying the trend, the next thing is to what? After identifying that this is yet to be a correctional movement, guys, what's the next thing to do? First of all, on the higher time frame, I will take my fib2. My fib2 is the first tool that comes into place, and the fib2 it works on any time frame, either on 1 minute, 2 minutes, any time frame. It works on any time frame. So now what I will just do is that after taking out my fib2, first of all, I'll mark out this zone as what? My 50 to 61% level that I'm anticipating that price is going to get to before I see what that impulsive move that is going to take price to the upside, guys. That price is going to get to before what I'll be anticipating to take the impulsive move that is either going to break the structure or is going to be rejected, guys. That is either going to break the structure to the upside or it's going to be rejected, guys. So that is what I use my fib2. So my fib2 comes into play at this point, guys. My fib2 comes into play. Tools to use is first of all my fib2, and now my fib2 has two factors that it must certainly meet before I can take my trade from this place. First of all, we are having a demand zone. A demand zone is more like this. A demand zone, which is the origin that led to the break of structure, guys. This is a demand zone because obviously at this point we're having what? A BOS at this point, guys. So if this is the BOS, where is that zone that led to the break of structure? This is the origin of the zone that led to the break of structure. And now that we'll be able to identify this zone, the next thing is to do what? Look inside of the internal structure at this point now. So inside of this internal structure, guys, we can see that price came here before giving this up, for instance, guys, and now there's a fair value gap, guys. There's a fair value gap and also a flip zone. So I have two factors, guys. I have two factors here that is backing up this 50 to 61% level that price might likely reverse from. Factor one is what? A fair value gap, or either a flip zone or a doji candlestick, guys. Those are the two factors or three factors that has to go with this my 50 to 61% level. If these factors are not met, I'm not going to take trades at that level there. Okay, so that's my number one strategy or two I make use in the forex market. And also try to keep it simple, guys. Try to keep it simple.